So, with multiple elite footballers making the move to Saudi Arabia over the past summer, it begged the question: how much money is enough? Multimillionaire footballers wanting more and more millions to add to their vast wealth. And although, this is nothing new, obviously it's always happened regardless of the era football people are in, it's obviously rubbed people the wrong way. And although Saudi Arabia is a lovely place in its own right, I doubt many footballers made the move for the lifestyle to pursue their footballing careers to that next level. The only reason anyone gave, or a truthful reason, even Ruben Neves in quite a frank and open interview, was for that green stuff that made the world move round. Yes, money. So when moving over, using that 0% tax rate as a main selling point was understandable as to why the players would jump at the choice. Knowing tax on inflated wages, who on earth would say no? But when the majority of those footballers are willing to forego that tax-free option to leave early, something isn't right. So just to explain, obviously the tax situation in Saudi Arabia, footballers need to stay in Saudi until at least April 2025 to reap the benefits of their tax-free earnings. If they decide to leave prior to this, they will still be charged at the 45% tax rate as they will be in their home country. I'm using Jordan Henderson as an example here. Obviously in the UK, for his tax bracket, it's used at around 45%. So if they decide to leave early, everything they've earned in the past, 6-7 months, as of recording this, they will be taxed at 45%, losing almost half of their earnings that they essentially started a new life for in Saudi Arabia. So what is the desperate need to leave the country so urgently, the first possible opportunity? So we're going to touch on Jordan Henderson as a bit of an example here, because he left in not the best circumstances, especially with Liverpool fans not happy in the manner that he left. In September, when he left, he said he wanted to achieve something special, build a club and build the league at Al-Ettifaq in Saudi Arabia, and then just a few months later, he's reached an agreement with his current club to terminate his contract and join potentially Ajax as of recording this. So he's at the first possible opportunity, jumped at the chance to move back to Europe, which not only has rubbed the Liverpool fans and the UK fans the wrong way, but the Saudi fans as well. But why a place so desperate to leave? Not only Jordan Henderson, Neymar agents come out, said that, with a few rumblings here and there, said he wants to move back to Europe. Karim Benzema, I will touch on in a second as well. But why so many players so desperate to leave so soon after joining? So a main thing that people don't know is that a lot of the players actually live in Bahrain and travel over the border for training, for games, you name it. For a lot of the devout Muslim players, the likes of Benzema, for example, the transition to the lifestyle won't be an issue. But according to the Daily Mail, plenty of newcomers and their families are electing against moving to Saudi. Instead, it's neighbouring country Bahrain, with around 1.46 million inhabitants as per 2021. Apparently quite a hot spot for the footballers moving over there in terms of a permanent residence for players, their relatives, close friends, families, you name it. With the main selling point being alcohol is actually legal over there. So a lot of footballers aren't really big drinkers. It does factor into their life. So going sort of 6-7 months without a beer after a game on a Saturday. You can understand why a lot of people are making the move over there, but with the hefty travel to and from Bahrain to Saudi Arabia, it's quite understandable why that wear and tear does quite have the impact over time, shall we say. Another main impact is something that's been made quite public over the past few months, is the god-awful attendances over there. So just as an example, Al-Ettifaq, Jordan Henderson's club, and Steven Gerrard's club, of course, play at a 70,000 capacity stadium. They fill 22% of it. They get an average 7,800 people in per game. So they're playing in a half-empty stadium. Myself as a Wigan fan, even for us, that's a bit too far. And that's god-awful at filling our stadium, so that says something. So another thing is, the atmospheres do have an impact over time on players. When you're used to playing at a packed-out Anfield or packed-out stadiums every week, the likes of Barcelona, PSG around France for Neymar, Benzema, the Bernabeu non-stop, making that sudden adjustment to half-empty stadiums, or not even quarter-empty stadiums, in the Middle East, it's quite a big hit to take. And finally, another reason is multiple players have come out at disregarding the level of football entirely. For example, Benzema, this all happened recently, who was looking for a move out of Saudi alongside Jordan Henderson. Certain games apparently refused to play. Unhappiness is, he's currently out with his level of teammate. Ballon d'Or winner has come out apparently offering his services to the likes of Chelsea, Premier League clubs and the like to try and force a move out of Saudi Arabia. Apparently skipping several training sessions as well. Now, although Karim Benzema hasn't come out anything himself saying anything else as to the reason why this may be, his agent has come out and obviously touted his services back in Europe, which says everything that needs to be said, really. He's not happy there. He's grumbled in a few interviews with local media about his level of teammates, the level of opposition, and the whole product really in Saudi Arabia, although it was sort of brushed under the carpet more often than not, as you can probably expect with someone's highest earner coming out against the league, which isn't the smartest move in hindsight. But regardless, he's just another one to add to the long list of players that aren't happy in Saudi Arabia that are looking to move away. But I want to know your thoughts about this in the comment section down below. I mean, are any of these reasons to give up millions upon millions to move back just to be a bit more comfortable with your family? Potentially. If you already have that privilege of being a multi-millionaire, as these players do, that extra few million probably isn't going far enough to justify that change of life. But I want to know your comments down below. Thank you for watching regardless. I'll see you in the next video indeed. Take care. Bye-bye.